Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Katie if you're new here, and on today's video I'm going to be showing you 5 vegan friendly cafes in central Christchurch. So the first one is right in the city centre by Cathedral Square, and as you can see we're rebuilding some of the city centre, including the cathedral and the court theatre. So this is Foundation Cafe, and it's situated right opposite the site where the cathedral is being rebuilt in Tauranga Central Library. So they've got these beautiful front doors and they're open from 7 AM till 4 PM Monday to Friday. And then this is their beautiful cabinet display. And I decided to get a coconut chocolate tahini slice and also my usual hot Earl Grey with oat milk. So this is a very popular cafe in central Christchurch, and people come here for meetings, to catch up with their friends, young mums with kids, and to do some work on their laptops. And I was sitting at a high table, but there's also other options such as window seats and lower tables, and you can even sit on sofas by the front door. And so here I am setting up my Earl Grey tea. It comes in a really pretty glass pot, and you can even just sit up there with your library book and enjoy drinking your tea while you read. On this day I really wanted something savoury, and the girl at the counter came around to double check that there wasn't anything savoury, and so I thought that was really great service, but I instead opted to get this slice instead. So here's a look at their menu, and at the bottom you can see that they've got vegan and veggie options for some of the items on the menu. One item I really like is their vegan lentil sausage roll, which I really recommend. It is quite pricey at $14 and something, but it's really delicious. The next vegan friendly cafe in central Christchurch that I checked out is the Ilex cafe. It's a cafe in the gardens, and it's got the most beautiful glass walls and ceilings, and it's right next to the winter gardens and the hothouse where they grow some of their plants for the gardens, which you can see here as I was walking past through the windows. So the cafe also shares a building with the visitors centre. So there's a cafe, a gift shop, and then also this little information nook where you can go and learn about the gardens and the history of the area. So it's quite interesting. So there's these revolving doors out the front. And then it's definitely family friendly. As you can see, there's a high chair right in the entrance. So I just decided to check out the Garden City little information section first before I got my tea and my bite to eat. There's lots of information on the walls about the gardens and the Canterbury Plains. And here we are on the map, Botanic Gardens Visitor Centre. Definitely worth a look. And then here's the display of the cafe, so you've definitely got some vegan options there. And then I decided to eat outside at first because I just wanted some peace and quiet, and it can get a little bit noisy inside with all the children, and it's a very popular cafe. Here are a couple of birds, a sleeping duck and a seagull. One word of caution is if you're eating outside, sometimes the seagulls can be a little bit loud. And so here's my delicious sandwich that I decided to get. It's a vegan rye and quinoa salady sandwich, and it's absolutely delicious. I've had it quite a few times, so I definitely recommend this one, and it really hit the spot because I did want something savoury. Here's a little look at their menu, and I think that's probably the best vegan option. They also do shoestring fries, which I've had a few times, but not really a lot to them, and they do give you a lot of fries, too much for one person. As you can see, I moved inside because it was a little bit chilly. And the tea comes in this cute little teapot, and the milk portion for oat milk, which is the milk I usually get, is quite a lot more generous at the Ilex cafe compared to the other cafe in the library. I do think that you should probably ask, like I did, to just get your sandwich lightly toasted, because once or twice I've had it quite charred, and it's really a lot nicer if it's just lightly toasted. So here I am pouring my oat milk into my tea, and here's a look at what the tea looks like. And then I went for a little walk around the gardens, which are absolutely beautiful in early spring. As you can see here, there's lots of beautiful colours, purple, white, pink. The next cafe that I'm reviewing is in the art centre, and it is also just a beautiful place full of history. And Ernest Rutherford studied here actually, and he's one of New Zealand's most famous scientists. So here's the entrance of the Bunsen Cafe, very aptly named, a very sciencey name. And so there's the front display. It just got a lovely ambience, and I decided to sit upstairs. I had ordered my usual Earl Grey tea with oat milk and also a vegan wrap with jackfruit and salad in it, and it also came with a little salsa and sprouts on the side. So here is the interior of the Bunsen Cafe as viewed from upstairs, and here is my tea setup. So there was sort of a moderate amount of milk served with the tea and a moderate amount of tea in this little teapot. The decor in the Bunsen Cafe is definitely very sciencey themed. You might have seen on the wall there was a model of a human body, and then they also have test tubes and things along the mantelpiece. So the next cafe that I'm going to review is on New Regent Street, which I like to call the Disneyland Street because it's just got such beautiful shop fronts and pastel Disneyland type colours, and it's called Coffee Lovers, and it's just a really cozy little cafe. So here's upstairs where I decided to eat on this day, and they've got these beautiful windows with views over the street, and I'm sure you can see what I mean when I talk about Disneyland, because the shop fronts are just painted in these really beautiful sort of Disneyland colours. So here's their upstairs water station where you can help yourself, and they've also got books for children and toys for little kids to play with, such as teddies. And I like to sit by the window and enjoy the view while I have my tea. So my tea had already arrived by this point, and of course, can you guess what it was? It was Earl Grey with oat milk. I thought the little jug was just absolutely adorable, and I had the place to myself, which was a treat as well. When I mentioned I was vegan, the chef made this bagel especially for me. It has vegan aioli, I believe, avocado, tomato, and then it's sprinkled with seeds, and it was very tasty. So the last cafe I'll be reviewing is the Art Gallery Cafe, and it's also in central Christchurch. It's called the Thirsty Peacock, and I got an Earl Grey tea with oat milk once again, which came in pretty much average sized portions. And they've got this lovely atmosphere with coppery lights hanging from the ceiling and a lot of natural light coming in through the glass windows. They didn't have any vegan options on the menu that were in the more affordable price bracket, so I just opted to get tea. But I was very happy with how it turned out, although there's a little bit of a spill here because of the shape of the spout. And yeah, it was just a lovely cafe, and I do recommend it, especially for the atmosphere. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you saw a cafe you might like to visit, and that there's some vegan options that sort of appeal to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Ka kite!